And so your first question is, when a contractor first comes to you, how often is word of mouth their main or only source of leads?
I would say when a contractor comes to us, depending on how long they've been in business, 95% of the time, word of mouth is their main channel for getting leads. You know, you see the guys that have been in business for 20, 30 years now, word of mouth. You even see some that have been in business for 5 years now, word of mouth, because it's a really small community, especially where we're based here in North Alabama. Every contractor knows every other contractor, right? It's like they're all part of this club. And so word of mouth and referrals are huge, like within their network.
Can you talk about why building a strong network is important?
Yeah, I mean, word of mouth is the best marketing channel on the planet. You know, if somebody refers your business to somebody else because they've used you and had great results, I mean, they're essentially selling your business for you. That lead, when they come in, they're pretty hot, and you know, you just got to close that lead. So you've already got trust and credibility when somebody comes in through the word of mouth channel.
Can you talk about a time where a client learned that word of mouth wasn't the only way to grow your business?
Yeah, I mean, 2, 3 years ago, we had a young guy come to us named Hunter Newby. His company is Newby's Contracting, based in Athens, Alabama. And I mean, he's been working as a civil contractor almost his entire life. His granddad did it, his dad did it. Word of mouth was the way that they've grown their businesses. Well, he recognized that he could open up more marketing channels by building a new website, having a social media presence, doing some other things online besides just word of mouth. And so, yeah, I think he was very smart to say, like, word of mouth is a great marketing channel. It's the best marketing channel, but there are also other things I can do to prevent against, you know, some of those referrals drying up.
When word of mouth starts to slow down, what's usually the trigger for it? Is it something the contractor did, or is it something that changed around them?
It could be both. You know, the contractor could have messed up on a job. You know, the contractor he might be absent. You know, contractors around the country, they have their networks, right? Well, to build that network, it takes getting out and going to the clubs and the meetings and being involved in the organizations. Well, in sight and in mind. So maybe that contractor has dropped out of some organizations. He's not seen as much. You know, maybe he did do a bad job. Maybe not for a specific referral, but maybe he did it for somebody else, and the word has gotten out and put a bad taste in people's mouth. So there's all kinds of things that could happen. You know, referrals, they might leave their current job, or an owner might sell his business or might retire. And so that's just some of the things that could dry up the referral pipeline. A lot of things that are actually out of a business owner's control too, right?
What do you say to people who are like, word of mouth has always worked for me? Why would I need marketing?
I mean, I would say continue to do word of mouth. Like, there's not a better marketing channel on the planet than that. But marketing, and especially digital marketing, only amplifies that. You know, you start to insulate yourself against all these things that you cannot control, with referrals quitting the business or going out of business or selling their business or whatever. So your pipeline stays full through word of mouth, but also through digital marketing channels. So again, you insulate yourself against word of mouth drying up by opening up all these new marketing channels. New customers are finding you through these digital marketing channels that otherwise would not have had the opportunity to work with you, and you work with them through word of mouth.
So when a contractor is running entirely on referrals and nothing else, what does their digital presence usually look like?
Absent. Usually they don't have a digital presence. I mean, they might have a website that they built in 1996 using some WordPress, word art, or whatever you call that stuff, but they're not investing a lot in digital marketing, whereas their competitors who are really starting to grow.
And what's the difference between how a contractor feels 12 months after they've built something digital alongside with their referrals versus someone who just relied on word of mouth?
I'd say the difference is huge. I mean, a minute ago, we just talked about how you're opening up new marketing channels, you're finding new customers through those channels that you otherwise would not have found through word of mouth. Well, also, you're starting to show your company culture, right? You're building your brand ethos and presenting that online to recruit and retain talent. That's big, showcasing company culture so that you're growing your internal team so that you can take on more jobs and bigger jobs and essentially do a better job for the customers that are coming in through these new channels. All right, guys, if this information was helpful and you want to see where your marketing stands, download our free digital marketing accelerator checklist by clicking the link in the description below. It'll show you where you're winning in your marketing strategy, where the gaps are, and then how to fill those holes. Again, simply click the link below to download our free digital marketing accelerator checklist. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.